What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to put a new item to the test. The product that I want to try today is the new Dewy Set Spray from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now, when I saw this come out, I was like, oh, well, clearly I need to test this against Fix Plus because it looks strikingly similar. This is what the bottle looks like, and in spite of the fact that it is glittery, the actual product inside does not have any glitter, just to be clear. So when they first announced this new release, Claudia or Norvina was talking about it on her Instagram story, and she described it as a finishing spray. So she said that it would give you a dewy finish and finish your makeup and like melt together your makeup for you, but not necessarily set your makeup, which is comparable to this classic bad boy right here, which, by the way, I went out and picked up a brand new bottle of original Fix Plus, and they updated the packaging to look like the other Fix Pluses that have been coming out, and it's so much cuter now. But the comparison was even more obvious to me when I realized that they used a very similar component. Both of these are 3.4 fluid ounces. They both basically claim to do the same thing, and they both have this type of kind of encapsulated lid that you click over to open and then can spray. So my plan is today I'm going to try Dewy Set for the first time on my whole face. I'm going to wear it the whole day, check in with you guys, let you know what I think, and then tomorrow I'm going to start the process all over again, but I'm going to do half my face with original Fix Plus and half of it with Dewy Set so that we can see how they compare literally side by side on my face. Now, this is obviously not meant to necessarily extend the wear of your makeup, but I do think that doing a wear test on these types of things is still important because with something with a dewy finish, there is a chance that it could make your makeup wear off or break down faster. So I need to know if that's the case. The first round, we're trying this alone all over the face, and I intentionally made sure that I used products that I use on a day-to-day basis as my base today so that we don't have any other variables that might mess up our thoughts on the Dewy Set. So I used my favorite primer, which is the Too Faced Hangover RX. I used the Milk Blur Stick in the center of my face like I normally do, and my foundation is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Nude. Oh, and I set it with the Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder, all of which we are very familiar with, so we shouldn't have any surprises in that department, and anything new that occurs is because of this. So I'm just gonna clip my hair back so that it's not in the way and getting wet. But first, I want to see how this sprays. So I'm just gonna like spray it out into the air because one thing that I think that MAC could do a little bit better with their Fix Plus bottles is the actual spray. Sometimes it's great and other times you get a little bit of a camel spit and nobody likes that. Before I forget, because I know somebody's gonna ask, this makeup that I'm wearing right now, I have a tutorial for it. It's going up later this week. It is a new collab that just came out. I'm shook by this collab, by the way. Let me know what you think it is in a comment down below if you think you can guess what collab this is, but later this week there will be 2 tutorials out with that collab, so stay tuned for that. So I'm just gonna spray this out into the air. Oh, first let me close my laptop. Jesus Christ, that was almost a bad idea. Okay, I'm just gonna spray this out into the air and we'll see what kind of a mist. I'm hoping for a very fine mist because that is what Claudia said we would get. Ooh. Oh, she's a little puff of mist. Okay. I'm not getting much of a scent from that. They did say that it was vanilla coconut, but I'm not really smelling a whole lot of scent from spraying it in the air. Just for the sake of comparison, this is how a fresh bottle of MAC Fix Plus would spray. Actually, it seems pretty similar, to be honest. It's almost exactly the same. Okay, time to do it. Let's spray our whole face with Dewy Set. And before somebody says anything, I know that I use a lot of setting spray, okay? I know, but that's how much I really use. So Okay, the mist felt very soft, but I do see that there are definitely a couple little areas where it's like a little bit of a spit. I'll zoom in so you can see before it dries. It didn't land completely evenly around my mouth area. There are definitely some little spots where it got a little bit more product than everywhere else. Like, see right there? Which is not a big deal. Once it dries, it should be absolutely fine. But I don't think that we could say that it's a better spray than Fix Plus so far. As far as the scent, I'm getting like a little hint of a smell, but really not much of anything, honestly. It smells like almost nothing. Maybe it's me, is my nose broken? So it's been about 5 minutes since I sprayed it, and I have to say that as it dried down, my skin looks really radiant. I hope the camera is doing it justice, but I just feel like everything looks so healthy and like, I don't know, like really like melded together. It's just sitting really beautifully. It definitely made my highlight look more intense than it did before. The whole thing is just, it looks gorgeous. I'm very happy with the finish of it upon the initial application, that's for sure. And it is definitely dewy. Like, she's dewy. So the plan of attack here, I'm gonna go about the rest of my day. I'm gonna figure out what is wrong with my hair because it is just not working out the way I would like it to today. And I'm getting a lot of helmet vibes, which is never the vibe that I'm going for. I have a pretty normal day ahead of me. I don't have any vigorous workouts planned or anything like that. So I'm just gonna wear this as I go about my business. I'm probably gonna edit some videos. I'm probably gonna go run some errands. Maybe I'll go visit my niece, but nothing crazy, just a totally normal day. And I will check in with you guys once or twice as my day goes on, and then I will check in with you guys a last time before we go to bed so you can see how my makeup held up with the Dewy set on it. Okay, this is like an unofficial first check-in. I just wanted to show you guys what my skin looks like with the Dewy set before I went about my day, and also let you guys know what time we were starting this wear test because I forgot to, because I'm dumb. So it's exactly 2:15 p.m. right now, so that's when we're starting. This is what I look like in natural lighting, and I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit tiny, and by a little bit I mean uncomfortably so that you can see how it looks on my pores and stuff. Honestly, I'm real happy with it, like real happy. As long as this doesn't break up really quickly, I am pleasantly surprised. Well, not surprised. I thought it was going to be good, but pleasantly, and whatever, it's pleasant. Okay, it's 6:26 p.m. We have resorted to a ponytail for the helmet hair situation, and to be quite frank, it's not much better. I was a little bit concerned after the first check-in because it's really dewy. Like, it's a lot dewier than I ever usually wear my entire face. And for me, being that my skin is combination, so it's a little oilier in the T-zone, I was like, oh God, my makeup is gonna break up and be an absolute mess if this is how we're starting. But you know what? So far, that doesn't seem to be the case. So I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see the details, but so far, I think it's holding up really well, with the exception of my nose where my glasses sit, because, you know, that just comes off. But up close and personal, everything seems to be still sitting where I put it. Nothing seems to be really breaking up, and it hasn't really seemed to affect the life of my eyeshadow at all, or my brows. I'm gonna wait quite a bit longer before I take this off for the night, obviously, because, I mean, it's only 6:30. I can last a little bit longer than that. I'm probably gonna go to bed tonight around like 10:30, 11 o'clock, so that's gonna give us a good 8-hour wear test, which I think is a reasonable amount of time. So we will see how it holds up for the rest of the night, but so far, just normal errandy stuff. I just like edited some photos and went to Whole Foods and stuff. Oh, and it's actually very humid out today, just FYI. It's not normal for it to be humid here this time of year, but it is. But even so, it's holding up pretty well. So far, I'm pretty impressed, and we'll see in a few more hours. All right, ladies and gents, it is 10:18 p.m. and I am getting ready to go to bed, so I wanted to give you one last check-in before I wash this off. Now, I am definitely a very dewy ass bitch right now. I'm very dewy, but I must say that my makeup is not breaking down. The only spots where I saw anything breaking down are the glasses marks on my nose. Again, I'm gonna zoom you in really uncomfortably tight so you can see the truth and the reality. Everything is so shiny and dewy, a little bit more dewy than I would normally like, to be honest. My foundation is still there, my contour is still there, my blush is still there, so my makeup really hasn't gone anywhere. It just definitely looks like I am moist. Using it on myself going forward, I'll probably extra powder in those areas or use something mattifying in those areas and then just concentrate the dewiness on the outer portions of my face where I'm less oily. But for somebody who's got dry skin, I feel like this would be dreamy. We still need to compare it to Fix Plus, so I'm gonna go wash my face, I'm gonna go get some shit done, I'm gonna go do some skincare, and I'm gonna get my little butt in bed, and I will see you back in my proper studio setting in the morning to test one half of my face with Fix Plus and one half of my face with Dewy Set. I'll see you there. Hey guys, good morning. We are back for day 2, and today we are doing the half and half version of this trial. I'm just gonna tie my hair back once again, and we are going to do my extremely high-tech, absolutely scientific way of splitting my face in half, which is holding up a piece of paper over the half that I don't want the setting spray to get on. It works well. I've done it before. If you have not seen my review of the MAC Fix Plus with the shimmer in it, which is for some reason my most viewed video of all time, I will link it here on the screen. That is the first time I did that method and it worked out fantastic. So I'm gonna do Dewy Set on my right side and Fix Plus on my left side. I'm just gonna spray one side and then the other. We will get an immediate impression of what we think once they dry on the skin, and then I'll just take you with me a couple of times throughout my day again so that we can see if there's a big difference in how they hold up on my skin. All right, so first side we're gonna do with Dewy Set. And left side with the Fix Plus. Now, at first glance, looking straight ahead in the mirror, while those are both wet, you really can't see a difference, but that's, you know, obviously not a great representation of what it's gonna be when it's dry. However, I noticed when spraying them, this one is a lot easier to spray, while this one is harder to spray, but I felt like the mist on Fix Plus was actually finer than the one on Dewy Set, which is funny because I really was expecting Dewy Set to have a finer mist for some reason. I was wrong. So I'm just gonna hang out for a minute, wait for these to dry, and then we will kind of zoom in and you guys can see like which one looks like what on the skin. Is one more dewy? No, all the things that we could possibly wonder. We're gonna examine that. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes, so the sprays have both dried down now. And looking at them in my hand mirror up close, I feel like they're very similar, like very similar. But if anything, I think that Dewy Set is just a touch dewier, just a little bit. And the place I'm seeing it most is on my chin. Like I can see when I turn, the light reflects more on this side of my chin than it does on this side. So it's just a very subtle difference, but it seems like Dewy Set is just a bit more dewy than Fix Plus. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can be up and close and personal and see the halves for yourself. You can let me know in a comment if you see a difference between the two as far as dewiness is concerned, because last time when I did half MAC Gold Light and half MAC Pink Light, I didn't feel like I could see that much of a difference in person, but you guys all said that you could see a line down the middle on my face. So I'd like to see your opinion about that. So this is the side with Dewy Set. This is the side with Fix Plus. We're getting a little bit of an earlier start than we did yesterday. It's about 1:47 p.m. right now. So I'm gonna check in with you guys in a couple of hours. I won't do the initial check-in like I did yesterday to show you guys what it looks like, because you already know what the Dewy Set looks like up close and personal on my skin, and I'm pretty sure we all already know what Fix Plus looks like up close and personal on the skin. So I'll see you guys in a few hours once this has had a chance to sit on my face and like wear into my makeup for the day. Okay, it's 5:55 p.m. and I wanted to do a check-in now before I lost the natural light to show you guys the difference in. So looking at it here right now in this lighting, even in just the monitor on my camera, not even like a proper mirror, I can see a difference, but I've been creeping and peeping in the mirror, as they say. Nobody says that. And I can definitely see a difference that the right side is a bit more dewy. As you can see, I'm just gonna toss my phone down there for a second. The major place that I see it, and this is why I prefer a slightly less dewy finish on myself, you can see more of like the bumps in my face and just like my general facial structure on the side where it's more dewy. So like this little part of my cheek here and like the line around my mouth over here, those are all more visible when I'm more dewy. On this side where it's a little less dewy than that, it seems a little less pronounced. And personally, this is more the level of dewy that I prefer. Both sides are wearing perfectly fine. I hope you guys can't hear Charlie snoring in the background, or if you can, I hope at least you appreciate how cute that is. So again, I feel like a broken record, but I'm gonna zoom in so you can see like the reality of what it looks like up close and personal. So on this side we have Dewy Set. It looks really, really dewy right around here already. And on this side it's Fix Plus. Dewy, but not quite as much. So those are my thoughts for now. We will let the night progress and I will catch you back here for the final check-in and my final thoughts in a few more hours. Okay, it is 10:20 p.m. and it's time for our final check-in. It's been well over 8 hours at this point. Right now, my makeup still looks intact. Like I could still go out like this, but the ABH side is just a little bit too dewy. Personally, I don't mind either of them as far as like when they're first applied and like halfway through wearing them. But I have to say that Dewy Set seems to get just a little bit too dewy as the day goes on for my personal taste. I think on other people, I really admire dewy skin, but for some reason on myself, I'm just not super comfortable with it for some reason. I do feel like the forehead area is like, you can see the difference from side to side on the forehead. It's pretty crazy that you can actually tell, but I definitely think that it's just a little too much. Like it's to the point for me where I feel like a little bit greasy. Like I would blot this if it was just like a regular day and I wasn't doing a wear test. Personally, for me, I think on a day-to-day basis or when the weather is a little bit warmer, I'll probably stick with my usual Fix Plus. But I could see myself really, really liking Dewy Set in the winter months, or if I'm feeling especially dry, or if I have a day where my makeup looks a little bit dry and cakey and I'm like, ooh, I really need something to like lift this back to life. I could see it being fantastic for that. Or the other option would be that I would use it not so much on my whole face, just more sparingly along like the areas of my face where I'm more dry. But as a review of Dewy Set in and of itself, and not so much as in comparison to Fix Plus, I actually think it's a really beautiful product and I can see a lot of people really loving it. The way it makes your skin look when you first apply it is gorgeous. I think it's a great option for those of you who are completely cruelty-free and you are looking for an option that's not from MAC. It is definitely really similar, so if that was holding you back from buying Fix Plus, I think this might be a really good option for you. So those are my thoughts in general. I think it's a really nice product. I don't know that it's going to be my absolute favorite new spray, but I definitely think it's a very nice spray, and I think that for people with dry skin, it's going to be really, really beautiful. Let me know in a comment down below. Do you think that you can see the difference on camera between the two sides? Because I feel like I can. Maybe I'm losing it. I don't know, but I really feel like I can tell the difference. So let me know down below if you think you can too. I'm gonna go wash this off and get to bed because my laundry just finished and I have to go fold that, and I gotta get to sleep because I have spin class at 8 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, that's it, and I'm gonna go. All right, and that is all for this wear test between these two items. As with most items, I think it comes down to what you personally prefer between the two, and I would love to hear what your preferences are with dewy types of setting sprays like this. One thing worth noting that I forgot to mention earlier in the video is the price on these. Like I said, they're exactly the same size, and the Anastasia Dewy Set is $26 and the MAC Fix Plus is $27. So that's pretty comparable as far as price is concerned. Personally, that wouldn't really sway me in one direction or the other. I hope you found this comparison helpful today, or at least somewhat entertaining and fun to watch. Please leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it, because that really helps me out and I always appreciate it. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe because I would love to have you around for more videos, tutorials, all sorts of things like that, tests, trials, tribulations, we do it all. And speaking of tutorials, both looks that I wore in this video will be up later this week on this channel, so subscribe to catch those as well. To keep up with me between videos, you can go ahead and find me on other social media. I'm at Miss Quinface pretty much anywhere you could possibly want to find me, but the one I use the most is Instagram. I do all sorts of polls and questions over there. It helps us decide what we're doing on this channel. You get a little bit of sneak preview, some behind the scenes type stuff, and I post other makeup looks over there that are a little bit more out there and not necessarily something I would put on YouTube. So if you're into that, come find me. I think that's all I had to say for today. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you always and forever, and I will see you in the next one.